Okay, boys and girls, let's get started with our writing grid. Okay, last time we learned about our lines. We know that the first line is called our skyline. Show me your blue crayon, boys and girls. The first line is our skyline, and we're going to color it blue. The second line is the plain line, and we're going to color that black. Trace it in black. The third line is called the grass line. We're going to color that line green. And the fourth line is called the worm line. Okay, so we have 4 lines on our writing grid. The first line is called the skyline. It's the first line. It's above everybody else, all the other lines. The second line has a dotted line, and it's called the plain line. The plain line. The green line, or the third line, is called the grass line. And the last line is called the worm line. If you take a look, boys and girls, the letter that's on our grid is letter A. This is the uppercase letter. It's a skyline letter. You see where it says 1, 2, and 3? Those numbers tell us where to start. And the arrows tells us which direction to go into. So we're going to start with our uppercase A, start at the skyline and move to the grass line. Number 2, we're going to go up to the skyline and we're going to come down to the grass line. And number 3 tells us to cross in the middle. So we're going to cross right here on the plain line. So we made 3 strokes, starting at the skyline, and we ended at the grass line. This is not a hanging letter, so we're not going to go to the worm line. The next letter is lowercase a. And all lowercase letters start, well, not all of them start go underneath not all of the letters go underneath the plain line. The lowercase letter A goes underneath the plain line. The arrow tells us to go around, make a circle, and then the number 2 and the arrow tells us to come down. So let's try it by ourselves. 1, and we're going to stop at the grass line, go back to the skyline, come down. You see the A is a little slanted, and then we go into the middle, which is the plain line. Now we're going to make the lowercase a underneath the plain line. Just make a circle and a line. Let's try another one. And a circle and a line. There. Okay, now we're going to take our little cutouts and we're going to cut and we're going to place each line, each picture where it belongs. We have our skyline. We have our plane line, our grass line. So here we go. The first line is our skyline. The second line is our plane line. The third line, who can guess what that is? It's green, the grass line. Yes. And the last one is our worm line. Very good. Okay, boys and girls, now we can color our pictures. Remember, we're going to color them the color of the lines. So the skyline, which is here, the first picture, the skyline is blue. Think of a sky. And we can color the sun. The plane line is black. That's that dotted line that looks like a racing stripe. Racing dotted line, like it's telling the plane, are you ready to take off or are you ready to land? And then the third line is the grass line. And when we think of grass, we think green. Color my little flower. And then the last line is our worm line. And that's it, boys and girls. Now, let's talk about what we've learned so far. We know that our writing grid has 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first line is called the skyline. The second line is called, it's called the plane line. That's the line that's the dotted line. The third line is called the grass line. And the fourth line is called the worm line. The letter we worked on today is letter A. What sound does letter A make? Ah. Exactly. A, apple, ah. The uppercase letter is the skyline letter. We start at the skyline and we move down to the grass line. The lowercase letter A is a plane line letter. That means it's formed underneath the plane line. That's it, boys and girls. See you next time.